DSLR camera versus mobile camera. Smartphone cameras have gotten quite good. Is it still worth getting a DSLR? Here are the pros and cons of each. So, let's begin. Number 1. Picture quality. It doesn't have to be about the megapixels. In fact, much of what determines how your photo comes out will have to do with both the hardware of the camera and lens, as well as the color science pulling it all together. If you're investing in a DSLR, you would hope that its image quality is significantly better than your smartphone's. There are many variables at play here, but here is a fairly simplistic comparison. Number 2. Storage. All kinds of things vie for control over your smartphone storage: apps, podcasts, music, and so on. Unless you opted for a high-capacity model, you're going to run out of space quickly if you try to use it as your primary camera too. On the other hand, your DSLR is going to specialize in photo and video alone. What's more, most use SD cards, and they're cheap and readily available. Shooting in high resolution, especially when it comes to video, takes up a fair amount of space. Number 3. Flexibility. Most smartphone camera apps are broadly similar to the auto function on a DSLR, good in most normal situations, at the cost of some close control. If you spend some time getting to know your DSLR, you'll be able to produce any kind of photograph you want. However, there's also simpler stuff that you can do with a decent camera that's much more difficult to achieve on your phone. Number 4. Cost. Here is the kicker for most people. You probably already have a smartphone. A DSLR requires a certain amount of financial investment, but not all cameras will break the bank. If this is your first time buying a professional-grade camera, you're probably not going to want to spend thousands of dollars. $400 to $500 will likely be enough to get you an entry-level DSLR from a good brand like Nikon or Canon, perhaps even with a lens or two. A DSLR is fun and useful, but it's not the only way to engage in photography as a hobby. In fact, there are some very talented photographers using only their iPhone cameras to take pictures. Plus, with every upgrade, smartphone cameras are getting lots of new features.